Hey, good morning, everybody. Welcome back to the Avoiding Broke podcast with me, Jermaine. Beautiful Sunday morning. And guys, it's official. Bank of England have said that in the UK, we are heading into a recession. And this news could easily spread further across the pond and hit more economies. So firstly, what does a recession mean? So we look at quarters of economic growth. That's tracked by these different indicators. And 2 quarters of negative economic growth indicates a recession, which essentially means an economy is not growing, it is shrinking. We're at that point here in the UK, and this is very much a very quick tactical video just to look and say, what are some of the lessons from big businesses that you look at when heading into a recession, and what things can we do differently ourselves as individuals? So the first thing that businesses really try to think carefully about is how to do any kind of capital raise. So what you saw in previous recessions is that companies would do what they call a bond issuance. So they're essentially selling a bit of themselves in exchange for a loan. So investors would come in and they'd buy these bonds from these corporations, they'd give them some money, that would help float the company, and then they'd pay them money back over a period of time. Well, for us as individuals, we can't quite easily just issue a bond against ourselves. But things that we can definitely do is start to think about ways to actually simply bring in more income, bring in more money. Now, you may think about income in terms of a loan, but more typically, I'm thinking about getting rid of things that we've got around ourselves and about ourselves that we're no longer using, which could actually generate some type of positive cash flow for us. So look, really good examples are, I know during lockdown, a lot of people bought Peloton bikes and have pretty much got no intention of using them. But when they bought the bikes, they were probably going for about £3,000-4,000 or dollars at the time. Now those things definitely have some resale value. So looking at how to maybe move those on, generate some cash, and making sure you've got a buffer for a month's worth of bills or for rent or for your mortgage, whatever it is, it starts to become a really sensible trade. Really important, because generating income in good times is hard enough, let alone when an economy is not growing. Income generation is really tough. So what you can do now to improve it and to influence it is definitely better. The second thing I'd share with you is this concept of getting rid of your financial burdens. So in business, they sometimes call it deleveraging. But getting rid of your financial burdens is really important, because one of the key things that you want to look out for, and one of the key risks that we have, is that we run out of money. So you'll sometimes hear different business people talk about liquidity, you'll hear them talk about deleveraging, but in principle, what we're getting to is the same thing, which is getting rid of those burdens that are sapping your money and which may increase the chance that you run out. That's a key thing. Great way to start it. You can probably pretty much do it from bed. Is if you're laying down, you look at your mobile banking app where your direct debits are paid from. Look at all of them and ask yourselves, do I need it? Can I afford it? What would happen if I got rid of it? Those 3 questions are fantastic, because for most of us, quite often, there is something that we could quite happily get rid of. And shifting that burden on is absolutely the first step to making sure we are starting to prepare ourselves for unexpected challenges ahead. Because the point is, the principle is, you get rid of your burdens now. You save what money you can by getting rid of those burdens. And the point at which a trouble may hit, an unexpected challenge may hit, you've maybe got a little something there in your back pocket that you can rely on to help you. That's the key point, and that's definitely achievable, but we've got to start doing that kind of assessment and that kind of de-risking, that kind of getting rid of burdens. We've got to start doing it from now. The third point, just to quickly leave you with, guys, is then about the mindset shift. Mindset is most of what we do. It doesn't really matter what it is. It could be work, it could be play, parenting, investing, weight loss, whatever. You name it, mindset is the driving force behind what we do. because ultimately that controls how consistent we are in what we do and how disciplined. And a mindset shift during a recession is very, very, very important because your mindset looks different. When it feels like times are going good, typically everybody's got the cards out, they're paying for the holidays, paying for the drink, paying for the eating out, living la vida loca. That's how it seems, that's how it feels. And often that is what is portrayed. When the reality of a recession bites though, it's a completely different setup because you can very quickly find all of those luxuries and all of the fancy things in life, they can quickly get wiped and you're left with a more basic lot of things that you need to rely upon, that you need to survive on. And that mindset shift is crucial because you want to shift your mind before the problems set in. That's very important because quite often if we shift when a problem hits, we need to do a lot of work to adapt. Whereas if we shift our mind before a problem hits, we are already adapting. It sounds really simple, but I promise you it's one of the key factors in how to survive a recession successfully. Because you plan early, and then when the actual crux of the problem hits, you're better prepared. So that's not just better prepared to limit your downside, it means that if opportunities come, you're better prepared to take them. Those are the three things, guys. That's what I would leave you with. I think really give some consideration to how you can maybe generate some extra income from things around your home that you're not using right now. Just think about really getting your personal economy working a little bit better with a little bit more inflow. Think about how to kind of start getting rid of those unnecessary burdens because they're burdens now, but in a recession, they're much bigger burdens. And then thirdly, just think about that mindset shift because the more you can shift now is the better prepared you are. And the more prepared you are is the better chance of success you're going to have. That's what I'm going to leave you with for today, guys. Have a wonderful week ahead and I'll see you next week. And guys, if you're watching on YouTube, please remember to hit the like and hit subscribe button if you found value from this video. It massively helps the channel and it helps get this type of information into the hands of more people who really need it. All right, guys, till next week, I'm going to see you soon. Take care. Bye.